Today, we come together in a heartfelt space to celebrate the lives, legacies, and treasured memories of remarkable personalities we've recently lost. We pause to honor their incredible journeys and the inspiration they continue to share with the world. Along with these tributes, we'll also reflect on WWE stars who are going through challenges, gathering love, prayers, and support from millions of fans. Subscribe now and join our family that keeps their stories. And Peggy Lee Leather, born on January 19, 1959, was far more than just a name in the world of American professional wrestling. She was a force of nature whose passion, grit, and fearless spirit left a lasting stamp on the sport. Passing away at the age of 64, Leather left behind a legacy built on determination and trailblazing strength. Rising to prominence in the 1980s and 1990s, she became one of the era's most recognizable and respected female wrestlers, admired not only for her athletic ability, but also for the presence she carried every time she stepped into the ring. Leather began her wrestling journey in the mid-1980s, during a time when the opportunities for women in professional wrestling were limited and often overshadowed. Despite that, she quickly caught the attention of fans and promoters with her raw technical skill, powerful in-ring personality, and unwavering work ethic. She competed for major organizations including the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and the World Wrestling Federation, now known globally as WWE, earning a reputation as a fierce competitor who never held back. Her dynamic wrestling style and ability to connect with audiences made her stand out in every promotion she touched. But Peggy Lee Leather's impact reached far beyond championship belts and televised matches. She passionately advocated for women to be taken seriously as athletes and entertainers in a male-dominated industry. Even after retiring from active competition, she continued giving back as a trainer and promoter, encouraging young wrestlers, especially women, to believe in their strength, embrace their individuality, and chase their dreams. Though her passing leaves a void in the wrestling world, her spirit, leadership, and influence continue to inspire wrestlers and fans who remember her not only as a star, but as a pioneer with a generous heart. Gorilla Monsoon, born Robert James Morella on June 4, 1937, was far more than just a wrestler. He was a once-in-a-generation personality whose presence helped shape the spirit of professional wrestling. Towering at 6 feet 5 inches and weighing over 400 pounds during his prime, Monsoon was a force of nature inside the ring. What made him stand out wasn't only his extraordinary size and raw strength, but the way he carried himself, with quiet intensity, confidence, and surprising grace for a man of his stature. His career took off in the 1960s, when he became a major attraction in the Northeast wrestling territories, especially inside the legendary Madison Square Garden. Fans were drawn to his man versus monster style matches, and his dramatic clashes with superstars like Bruno Sammartino and Andre the Giant became essential chapters in wrestling history, the kind of bouts people still talk about decades later. Yet Monsoon's legacy didn't stop when he stepped away from the ring. In the 1980s, he transitioned to full-time commentary and became the unmistakable voice of the World Wrestling Federation. With sharp wit, father-like warmth, and perfect comedic balance, he built unforgettable chemistry with his broadcast partner Bobby "The Brain" Heenan. Together, they elevated every match they called, sometimes making ordinary moments feel monumental and turning already great matches into timeless television. Monsoon's signature expressions like pandemonium and a real Pier 6 brawl became part of wrestling culture itself, memorable enough to still echo today. When Monsoon passed away at just 62 years old, the wrestling world lost not only a legend, but a voice that generations grew up with. His influence continues to live on in every passionate call, every dramatic storyline, and every fan who remembers how he made wrestling feel larger than life. The Destroyer, born on July 11, 1930 and passing on March 7, 2019, was far more than just a professional wrestler. He was a character, an innovator, and a man who shaped the sport in ways that still echo today. Coming from the United States, he built an unforgettable legacy with his trademark mask. A simple white design that hid his identity but amplified the aura of mystery surrounding him. Fans didn't just watch him wrestle, they felt his presence. Every time he stepped into the ring, the excitement was electric, as if the audience knew they were witnessing something special. Debuting in the 1950s, the Destroyer climbed the ranks quickly, earning respect from crowds and fellow wrestlers alike. His matches were not only physical battles, but also emotional performances. With incredible technical skill, precise timing, and undeniable charisma, he could make the audience cheer for him as a hero or boo him as one of the most intimidating villains in the business. His impact was international, earning championships and admiration across multiple promotions, such as the NWA and WWF, and reaching global audiences at a time when wrestling was still finding its identity. Outside of the spotlight, he continued to carry the sport forward as a mentor and trainer, helping young wrestlers understand not only the athletic side of wrestling, but the storytelling, passion, and discipline behind it. He later became a familiar face in documentaries and television segments, speaking about wrestling with honesty, humor, and pride. When the Destroyer passed away in 2019, fans around the world mourned, not just for the wrestler they watched, but for the man who helped define their love for the sport. His legacy remains a powerful reminder of how one performer can change an industry forever. Blackjack Mulligan, born Robert John Heck on November 25, 1942, became one of the most unforgettable figures in professional wrestling during the 1970s and 1980s. Towering at 6 feet 9 inches and weighing over 300 pounds, he wasn't just physically intimidating. He carried himself with the presence of a true old-school wrestler. Fans remember him not only for his size, but also for the rugged cowboy persona he brought to life in the ring, representing a no-nonsense, tough-as-nails attitude that defined an era of wrestling where characters felt larger than life. His journey began in the 1960s, long before wrestling became mainstream entertainment. Mulligan traveled from territory to territory, fighting his way up and earning respect from wrestlers and fans with his perseverance and raw grit. His iconic sleeper hold wasn't just a move, it became a symbol of his dominance, the finishing touch that told fans the end of a match was near. He thrived not only as a singles competitor, but also as a tag team partner, forming memorable alliances with legends like Ernie Ladd, Greg Valentine, and later his own son, Barry Windham, creating emotional family storylines that resonated with audiences. Throughout his career, Mulligan captured numerous championships, including the NWA United States Tag Team Championship and the WWF World Tag Team Championship, solidifying his place among wrestling's elite. Beyond performing, he devoted himself to training and mentoring the next generation, shaping careers even after stepping out of the spotlight. When he passed away at 73, fans and fellow wrestlers mourned not just a champion, but a man whose legacy continues to live through the sport he helped define. Kurt Stephen Angle was born on December 9, 1968, in Matt, Lebanon, Pennsylvania, into a working-class family where values like discipline, grit, and self-belief were taught through action rather than speeches. From early childhood, he displayed a level of physical and mental focus that separated him from his peers, and eventually the wrestling mat became the place where that potential took shape. Kurt was not handed success. He built it daily through hours of drilling, conditioning, failures, and improvements that made him understand that excellence was not a moment, but a lifestyle. His teenage years were spent not in comfort, but in sacrifice. Training before school, training after school, studying tape, strengthening his body and sharpening his mind. Every competition sharpened his identity, and every setback hardened his determination. His amateur wrestling career gained momentum rapidly, and by the time he reached the world stage, he was known not only for technical perfection, but for mental ferocity. The defining moment came at the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, where Angle wrestled with a severe neck injury that would have sidelined most athletes, not only competing, but winning Olympic gold, displaying courage, precision, and an iron will that became a permanent part of his identity. This moment symbolized the fusion of preparation, discipline, strategy, and heart that would follow him throughout his life, proving that Kurt Angle was more than talented. He was unbreakable even in the face of pain. Professional wrestling and global stardom. Transitioning to professional wrestling, Kurt Angle entered WWE with unmatched credibility and an Olympic-level skill set. Yet he immediately discovered that this new industry demanded far more than athletic excellence. It required charisma, timing, emotional intelligence, and the ability to tell stories with every movement and expression. From his debut, he demonstrated not just technical brilliance but an ease with character work that surprised everyone, blending humor, arrogance, intensity, and vulnerability in a way that allowed audiences to love him, hate him, or cheer him, sometimes all in the same match. His rise to the top was fast, but earned through performances that combined precision, stamina, and storytelling on a level few could match. Every title he won, from WWE championships to King of the Ring and beyond, felt like the natural outcome of his unmatched work ethic and ability to deliver under pressure. What set him apart was the emotional element of his in-ring storytelling. He didn't just wrestle. He made audiences feel urgency, fear, excitement, disappointment, and triumph. For years, Angle performed at the highest level while maintaining a relentless travel schedule, pushing through physical and emotional challenges that came with fame and responsibility. His journey mirrored the Olympic story, driven by ambition, resilience, and the refusal to settle for average. Fans and fellow wrestlers viewed him as a standard of excellence, an example of how talent becomes greatness only through consistency and discipline, health challenges, and long-term physical sacrifices. However, the intensity of Kurt Angle's career came with a heavy physical price that continues to shape his daily life today. The neck injury from 1996 never fully healed, and the physical demands of professional wrestling added new layers of strain, leading to ongoing damage that required multiple surgeries over the years. High-impact bumps, non-stop travel, and constant pain management turned what fans saw as entertainment into a private battle for Angle, and he developed permanent nerve damage that affects motor control in parts of his body, including numbness in his pinky fingers and lingering weakness in the neck and spine region. Despite surgeries and stem cell treatment, many effects are permanent, and his current reality involves pain management, lifestyle adjustments, and careful training, rather than the explosive intensity of his competitive days. Kurt has spoken openly about these long-term injuries, not only to share his truth, but to highlight the often hidden physical cost of professional wrestling, showing young performers that success requires not only ambition, but also responsibility and awareness of long-term health. His resilience is no longer about ignoring pain to win. It is about adapting, maintaining physical well-being, and building a fulfilling life despite the limitations that come with years of sacrifice. His mindset today reflects maturity. He understands his body's boundaries while still staying active, disciplined, and committed to living a meaningful life beyond competition. Personal struggles and emotional growth. Behind the championships and public accomplishments, Kurt Angle also faced private battles that tested his emotional and mental strength just as intensely as competition ever did. The chronic pain from injuries, combined with the pressures of constant performance and long periods away from home, led to dependency on prescription medication, a battle he has chosen to share publicly not for sympathy, but to help others understand that asking for help is not weakness, but strength. Recognizing that his life was heading in a direction he didn't want, he entered rehabilitation and committed himself to recovery, a decision that transformed his life in profound ways. This chapter became not a loss, but a rebirth, shifting his priorities toward family, emotional well-being, balance, and authenticity. Today, Angle has been open about how recovery reshaped him, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. And he shows that strength is not only about pushing through pain, but about acknowledging vulnerability when necessary. His willingness to publicly discuss his experiences has helped others feel seen, proving that resilience is not perfection. It is the courage to learn, change, and keep going. Financial success and career strategy. While many athletes struggle financially after their peak years, Kurt Angle demonstrated the same strategic mindset in his financial life that made him successful on the mat and in the ring. Through disciplined planning, smart investment, acting opportunities, brand partnerships, and business ventures, he built a strong economic foundation, giving him long-term stability even as his wrestling schedule transitioned to part-time and later retirement. With an estimated net worth of around $25 million, Angle's financial success isn't accidental. It reflects years of making calculated decisions to secure financial independence rather than relying solely on wrestling income. His financial stability means he can choose work that fulfills him rather than work he is forced into, allowing him to focus on mentoring, family, and selective media projects rather than non-stop bookings. His strategic approach shows younger athletes that earning money is only part of success. Protecting it, investing it, and planning for the future is what creates real security, especially in physically demanding careers with limited longevity. Mentorship, advocacy, and giving back. In the later years of his life, Kurt Angle has taken on a role that extends far beyond performance. He has become a mentor, advocate, and guide for athletes navigating professional sports. Drawing from his own victories and hardships, he teaches not only wrestling techniques but the emotional, financial, and health lessons that he wishes he had known earlier. His mentorship focuses on the whole person, emphasizing the importance of self-discipline, budgeting, injury prevention, smart career decisions, and preparing for life after wrestling. Angle also participates in speaking events and community programs, using his platform and lived experience to inspire and support others, not only athletes, but regular individuals facing adversity, pain, or the challenge of starting over. He leads with empathy rather than ego, offering not advice from above, but understanding from someone who has lived through triumph and struggle alike. In doing so, he proves that greatness doesn't end when a career slows down. Real greatness continues through the positive impact one leaves on others. Legacy of resilience and lasting impact. Kurt Angle's legacy is not defined solely by medals, titles, or records. It is defined by resilience, transformation, and the ability to rise again, no matter how deep the setback. His story captures every layer of the human experience: ambition, hardship, victory, injury, struggle, recovery, reinvention, and contribution to others. From an Olympic podium to worldwide wrestling arenas, from hospital rooms to classrooms where he mentors young athletes, Angle has shown that success is not a straight line. It is a lifelong commitment to growth. He stands today not only as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, but as a symbol of mental toughness, honesty, integrity, and perseverance. His legacy continues not just in highlight reels, but in the lessons he shares, the young athletes he guides, and the courage he inspires through his transparency and humility. Kurt Angle remains a powerful reminder that true champions are not defined by how loudly the world cheers for them, but by how deeply they continue to grow, contribute, and uplift others long after the spotlight fades.